And the Mexico City Conquistadors. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Mexico City team as they enter play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is, and that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care, and when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the second wave of tackles is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Go now. 60 outlaw. Check back. Check back. Tight go. Tight go. Tight go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards, the final tally. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 5 catches, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's got Smith here. And he's brought down. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To throw on 3rd down. Bledsoe. Pressure comes and down he goes. The start of this game shaped nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Back to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He'll drop to throw. That one complete to Bettis.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it.
Oh, the pressure comes, and it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. It's a touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Able to get the pressure, get a paw on it, knock it down, and then go and grab it and take it into the end zone. What a play. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll make it 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This quarterback now, 12-15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now we give running left, it's Bettis. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mike 29. What's the run? They're running it. Let's go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the big boys up, they're going to stop him right at the line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. And his guys have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? 18, Gator. 59, Mike to 59. So don't say nothing.
On 1st and 10, Bledsoe. That's taken in by Hanson, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 2nd and 4. And this is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Bledsoe. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And that one tied 14 apiece in the 2nd quarter. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. The Vikings are sinking fast in the playoff race, but could get back to 5-7 with a win. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. see what's happening with the Bengals. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the home side to take over offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bledsoe, and that's complete. It's Watson. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Go! 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Check it back. Check it. Steve Griffin.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
94. Check 59, right? Mike is 59. Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Bledsoe. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bledsoe. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
After getting stuck on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And there's a pitch here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Review.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. That time a 9-play drive. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent, and of course the guys catching the ball have provided some highlight reels themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always just one man. He's been good, but you got the guys catching the ball too.
Yeah, you name it. It's all coming together for them. What they call that synergy. Everything working together really well, and right now he's the focal point of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
We'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first, able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mike 29. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is in. Chicago. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminated touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Bledsoe. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. And 10. Back to throw. Bledsoe. Open man is Hanson. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Bledsoe. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, they'll run with Bettis. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run right side, it's Bettis. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down now. Strong, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, other timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Well, last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for our visitors, it's an important win